Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Tonight, we are talking about Michael David McKee, 39 years old, has been arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder in the deaths of Monique Tepe and Dr. Spencer Tepe. This is the couple that was found unalived in their home after a wellness check was done on December 30th, 2025. We've got a lot of new information. I've been doing FOIA requests this evening, and there's a lot to talk about. We're going to get to all of that and more on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me judged by the gloss, not the cost. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me I've been whispered about and written off, judged by the gloss, not the cost. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world.
Well, hold on. Oh, well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is January 10th, 2026. It is currently 7:54 p.m. Oh God, Don, please don't tell me that. I was just talking about that earlier. There was already people in the group saying, "Y'all, I think that's a woman. I think that's a woman." Come on, folks. The police generally know what they're doing, I promise you. And I think in this case, first of all, let me just sorry, I just got right into it there. Good to see everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Tonight we're talking about Spencer and Monique Tepe murders. There has been an arrest today. Monique's ex-husband, Michael McKee, who is a vascular surgeon, from what we understand, in currently living in Illinois. And God, we've been digging, and I've did a bunch of FOIAs today, sent those in, so hopefully we will get those back Monday. Ohio's usually pretty quick when they do them. A lot to talk about this evening, to say the very, very least, and there's been some more information that we've gathered since then. Before we get started, if you don't mind, for my live chat and for my replay crew, how are you? Do me a big favor and hit that thumbs up button. Would be so thankful. And share this live out on any of your social media platforms. Just hit the share, copy that link, and paste it in whatever social media you choose. As you guys have been doing that, and I really do appreciate that. Also, for my replay crew, and after the live chat, if you want to, what do they call it? It's not boosted. It's I forget what it's called. Yeah, I'll think of it in a second. If you want to do that, do it. You know what I mean? What it's not boosted. I don't know what it is. We'll think of it in a second. Hype it, hype it, hype it, as the kids say now. Hype it. Um, I would be very, very grateful for that as well. Good to see everyone. Let me just say hello to a few of you. Navy Mama, good to see you. Passion Flower, Sherry, I see you. Babylon, good to see you. Christy, hello. Remy Stuff, hello, my dear. Leslie, good to see you. Sally, Golden, good to see you guys. Thank you, Allison. Mag, good to see everyone. Really do appreciate you being here. And we got Miss Butterfly to the kisses coming up like 22 months. I wouldn't be anywhere else. Love you, heart. Love you, Miss Butterflies. Thank you so much, my dear. Really, really do appreciate that very, very much. Okay. Lot of different things we got to talk about. Uh, First, if we just want to get on with the news, we can talk about the news. But I've got 15 specific questions that I have, and I want to see what you guys have to think on these questions as well. Um, how I was going to turn out to be. I knew it was going to turn out to be him. He was obsessed and sat around looking at her wedding videos. Maybe, maybe. Jennifer, good to see you, my dear. 4 months, my dad. Thank you so much. Blessed to be a girl. Thank you so much, Miss Jennifer. Really do appreciate your support, my dear. So good to see you, and really, really do appreciate that. I'm surprised anyone else. Well, kind of, anyways. I'm not surprised I'm not surprised either. I think we all knew that this was going to be someone very, very close. Now, the questions, and it's part of the questions I have for later, is how he got in. Uh, there's a number of ways, but how did he get in? Why 5 years? Yeah, all of that. 10 years of jealousy and grudge. So, you know, those documents I was showing earlier with the courts and all of that? It was, he has been going after uh, Monique for years on a $1,200 bill. $1,200. He's a vascular surgeon. He can sneeze and make that. But you know, I was speaking to someone in Ohio just right before this live, and she is married to a doctor, and she's he he doesn't why is he living in this apartment where he is? Like, he's always moving around, this doctor, going so many different places. I listed them off earlier, Ohio, Illinois, uh, Nevada, California. He's been to Texas, Virginia. And it sounds like he may not get along with a lot of people. I don't know. That's just speculation, but it kind of makes you wonder. Sounds like he might be might be a good doctor, but his days of doctoring. It sounds like allegedly they may be in a prison from now on. I don't know. We'll have to see. Everyone deserves a fair trial, and they got to produce the evidence, and we'll go from there. Okay. So, before we get into the deep stuff, I want to just, we've got some new documents as well. I'm going to show you guys, but we're going to get the news part out of the way. Also have pictures of the inside of what appears to be his apartment, allegedly. We saw the outside earlier, got some pictures of the inside and all of that. Now, it was 13 days, I believe, that it took them to get an arrest, right? So not bad, not bad. Columbus police, they have a really good track record in solving their homicides, but it's going to be very interesting what kind of evidence they have. Do they have DNA? What all do they got? We're going to get into that as well. So the let's see here. Let me 1 second. Let's see here. I'm going to let's go to a few of these, and then we'll get on to all the talking and gabbing that we're going to do here. Credit's going to go to WLWT5 NBC on this one, and we'll see them together. Good to see you guys coming in. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate you. Hey, Brandywine, how you doing, gal? Appreciate you. Thank you so much for 8 months. Really do appreciate that, Miss Brandywine. Sweet Justin, thank you for being you. Thank you, Miss Brandywine. It's always a pleasure seeing you, my friend. And thank you so much for your continued support. I can't do it without you, and I really do appreciate that very, very much, my dear. And hey, Miss Robin, 3 months, girl. Love you, Dana. Thank you for you. Thank you, Miss Robin. Love you. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much for your support, my love. All right, guys, let's get this started and See what they got to say here.
Is WLWT News 5 leading the way.
News 5.
And we begin tonight with breaking news. A man has been arrested in the murder of a Mason native and his wife. Good evening, and thanks for joining us at 6 o'clock. I'm Lindsay Stone.
And I'm Aaron Thomas. Now, this is a case that has been gaining national attention. And now 39-year-old Michael McKee is behind bars. He is Monique Tepe's ex-husband. WLWT News 5 Sean McKinnon joining us with more on this major update in this case that we've been following for weeks, Sean.
Spencer and Monique Tepe were shot and killed inside their Columbus home on December 30th. And the couple had ties to Greater Cincinnati. Spencer graduated here from Mason High School in 2007. Now, according to court documents, Columbus police
Question: do y'all think it's really hard to tell, obviously, but do you think that looks like him? It's hard to tell. It's in the dark, and he's got all of this, but the guy, he's tall, right? He's 6'1", this surgeon. I mean, if we could see his jaw, we could definitely identify, in my opinion, right? I thought I had a chiseled jawline. Damn. He looks like a Muppet. He looks like a Muppet. He's got such a jaw. Damn, girl. Okay, moving forward.
To identify a suspect through this surveillance video on the day of the murder. The suspect was then tracked to a vehicle which police say arrived before the murders and left just after.
That's it. That's it. Who said it? Who the hell said it in here? Ooh, someone just said it. V. Oakley. His face reminds me of Chad Daybell. There you go. Yes. Yep. That's it. He's a big guy. I don't think, well, no, Chad Daybell's tall too, isn't he? Those shoulders seem very broad.
Police linking that car to Michael McKee. He was arrested today in Rockford, Illinois, a 6.5-hour drive from Columbus. The Tepes' 2 children were in the home at the time of the murders. Thankfully, they were not harmed. Before the arrest, we spoke with Spencer's brother-in-law last week.
We're all still in shock and obviously angry and just trying to piece this together.
I feel really bad for this guy, the son-in-law, Rob. He was really, really attacked. He was getting blamed very, very bad. And, it just, I couldn't do it in this case. You guys know I don't mind throwing, a bad parent, telling them what I think, but this wasn't the case. Just wasn't the case. Tons of flock cameras. Don't worry. Oh yeah. Who will look after their children? I figure, I think they said maybe Spencer's sister.
In a new statement, the Tepe family tells us today's arrest represents an important step toward justice for Monique and Spencer. They go on to say, as the case proceeds, we trust the justice system to hold the person responsible fully accountable. Monique and Spencer remain at the center of our hearts, and we carry forward their love as we surround and protect the 2 children they leave behind. We will continue to honor their lives and the light they brought into this world. Columbus police have not publicly identified a motive in the killings. McKee is expected to be before an Illinois judge on Monday and then is expected to be eventually extradited to Ohio. Reporting live in Mason, Sean McKinnon, WLWT News 5.
Yeah, there's a lot of breaking news in this case, but I really believe Monday is when we're going to start getting a hell of a lot more news, if you ask me. Right, it's the weekend, all of that. And I think when he's extradited, I do believe that is when Columbus will have a press conference. That's what I would say. Does Ohio have the death penalty? I do believe so. I do believe so. It came through. It all came. It did. It did. It sure did. 1 second, y'all. Do apologize for that. Yes, the victimology presentation came in pretty good, right? It's not about why. Well, it's not first before you get the who, you got to understand who the victims are and who was around them, because it's very rare for just someone to come in your house and unalive you unless they have an actual reason to. And it takes a lot of hate to do that to someone.
And your heart just breaks for those children. We appreciate.
Yeah, and you got to think about this as well, right? Think about this as well. This man, allegedly at this time, took away these two. This is a mom and dad. Not only a mom and dad, but Spencer also provided care for a lot of people, right? Your smile is, something that's very important. And also helped employ people, big brother, big sister. Monique was in child care, studied that, big heart, all of that. Someone just allegedly, Michael McKee, very, very sad, and so much unneeded. Hope he enjoyed his 13 days of freedom after that. Sorry, I said 13 days. I was just reading. It says 11 days. Maybe it was 11 days. I counted earlier, but I was thinking 13. But the police did ask for, help here. They did ask for help, and I'm sure that they got that, right? I'm sure that they got that. There was quite a bit out there. All right, so we're gonna. Who is this Michael McKee, right? And we got a few things here before we get to some documents. Stalking is so dangerous. I cannot imagine her fear. It says Michael David McKee, medical licensure databases show McKee went to the medical school at Ohio State University. He has an active license as a vascular surgeon in Illinois and California. He has a license in Nevada, which lapsed in mid-2025. I actually checked that license out earlier, and it actually did lapse, which I don't understand why. Clark County, Nevada court records show McKee is one of several doctors who were named in an ongoing personal injury lawsuit. So I'm kind of wondering, is there something there that his disciplinary record? Is there anything like that as well? And I'm going to try to get some more information on that. McKee's medical license shows no disciplinary history in any of the states where he practiced. That's what they say. So that's what I'm going to go with right now. But I'm not sure if they, in my opinion, I'm not sure if they've checked everything. But McKee has no discernible criminal record outside of traffic tickets. That is what I see as well. At one time, McKee had a hunting license in Ohio, but it is unclear if the license remains active or valid. I think there was allegedly something else other than a speeding ticket, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Wasn't nothing like major, nothing major. According to court documents, Columbus detectives identified a vehicle that had been in the area of the Tepe home shortly before the couple is believed to have been killed and leaving shortly after. Court records say detectives tracked the vehicle down, locating it in Rockford, Illinois, and identified that as McKee owned the vehicle. He drove his own vehicle, y'all. Like, that's not very smart. It's not very smart. You know what I mean? Hey, Miss Tina. Thank you, baby. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Miss Tina says, my question, did Monique and Spencer see his face, or did he keep his face covered? I wondered that myself, actually. Did he know who, did they know who it was? I'm not sure if Monique did, because I heard that she was found like in her bed, but I'm wondering if Spencer did, because he was found outside of his bed, which means if you're pew-pewed while you're asleep, you don't like jump out of bed, right? You don't just jump out of bed. You're found, like you're found. So Spencer was either curious that he heard something and got, taken off by surprise, didn't have enough time, or something like that, in my opinion. Have you seen the arrest warrant when they arrested him? I've got a bunch of stuff here I'm going to pull up. You know what? Let me play another video so I can pull those up if we can, okay? So we're going to go to NBC4.com. Credit goes to NBC4.com. NBC. And I'm going to show you those documents right after we play this. Guys, if you're just joining us, please hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate that. Here we go.
They say this man, 39-year-old Michael David McKee from Chicago, is responsible. He is Monique Tepe's ex-husband. McKee is in the Winnebago County Jail in Illinois after police tracked him down. He is accused of killing Spencer and Monique Tepe in their home on North 4th Street in Columbus's Weinland Park neighborhood in the early morning hours of December 30th. The couple were found hours later after Spencer did not show up for work at his dental office in Athens. Police found the two dead from gunshot wounds. 2 children under the age of 6 were found unharmed in the home. NBC4 bringing you team coverage tonight. Lexi Lepoff is live in Weinland Park after speaking with neighbors about the arrest. But first, our Delaney Ruth has been looking into McKee's arrest in Illinois, and she joins us now with what she has learned so far. Delaney.
Jared, 39-year-old Michael McKee was arrested just before noon today in Rockford, Illinois. He is victim Monique Tepe's ex-husband.
He hadn't been arrested but 45 minutes before I went live. And like almost instantly when he was arrested, I got word that he was. But I was like, I had to really double check before I was going.
An affidavit says Columbus police were able to identify a suspect through neighborhood surveillance video. That suspect was then tracked to a vehicle which police say arrived at the Tepes' home on North 4th Street just before Spencer and Monique were killed and left shortly after. Police identified the vehicle and were able to link it to McKee. That vehicle was found in Rockford, Illinois this morning, and police say evidence shows McKee was in possession of that vehicle before and after the murders. Rockford, Illinois is just about 6.5 hours away from Columbus. Court records show McKee's home address is in the Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago, which is an hour and a half east of Rockford. McKee is currently being held at the Winnebago County Jail. He has been charged with 2 counts of murder, and his first court appearance is scheduled for Monday afternoon in Rockford. Jared.
All right, Delaney, thank you. The family of Spencer and Monique Tepe are sharing a statement tonight on the arrest of Michael McKee, thanking law enforcement and the community for their tireless work, saying, quote, as the case proceeds, we trust the justice system to hold the person responsible fully accountable. Monique and Spencer remain at the center of our hearts, and we carry forward their love as we surround and protect the 2 children they leave behind. We will continue to honor their lives and the light they brought into this world, end quote. In the early days after the Tepes were killed, there was speculation about whether Monique's ex-husband could have been involved in their deaths. According to court records, McKee and Monique married in 2015 in Franklin County. Their divorce was finalized in May 2017. Monique filed for that divorce. Court filings described the divorce as amicable. They did not share any children. Well, news of an arrest comes during an emotional weekend. A visitation to honor the couple is set for tomorrow at Shedinger Northwest. That's on Zollinger Road in Columbus from noon to 3. That'll be followed by a celebration of life at Duamici. That's on East Gay Street in Columbus from 3 to 6 p.m. NBC4's Lexi Lepoff joins us live right now from the Weinland Park neighborhood where the Tepes lived. That community is still reeling tonight. Lexi, what are neighbors telling you?
Jared, neighbors I spoke with say their first reaction to this arrest is relief. Many people I spoke with in the neighborhood say they've been on edge ever since.
I bet. Can you imagine? And, you know, it's got to be relief for this family as well. Just your mind, not only was a lot of them getting blamed, but just, okay, it's taken care of now. Nobody else, you know, was in, you know, I'm sure they were in fear. Some of them, you know, I mean, remember, they have Spencer and Monique's children.
This happened more than a week ago. Now, when you look at the Tempe's front porch, they still have flowers sitting there. And neighbors tell me it's a testament of how loved they were by this community. Police called on neighbors last week to submit any personal surveillance videos they had at their homes. And records say those videos helped lead to the arrest. The president of the Weinland Park Civic Association says it brings her pride that people in this neighborhood stepped up to help, and that she's grateful police found answers quickly, as many have told her they felt scared.
They solved this expediently, and I'm really happy to know that because we feel safe now. I feel safe. I'm sure most of us are going to sleep better tonight, and just knowing that your community has your back, that's wonderful.
She says that the next step for this neighborhood is to try and find some peace. They've set up counseling sessions for the people who live here and also trying to get the message.
You know, I would have been really creeped out if I was a neighbor as well, especially like the couple houses next to them. That would have been really, really scary as well. Just something like that.
Neighbors need to be there and look out for each other. Local for you, I'm Lexi Lepoff, NBC.
And it seems like the family that was next to the Tepes, they obviously had their passcode to the door, right? And so they had to be close with them.
There has been an arrest in the killings of Spencer and Monique Tepe. Her ex-husband, 39-year-old Michael David McKee of Chicago, now in jail in Illinois, charged with 2 counts of murder. The Tepes were shot to death in their Weinland Park home December 30th. According to an affidavit, police identified the suspect through neighborhood surveillance video. The suspect was reportedly tracked to a vehicle in the area just before and after the killings. McKee was linked to that vehicle. Both were found in Rockford, Illinois this morning. Our live team coverage will continue throughout this newscast and online at NBC4i.com.
I don't think I honestly, my opinion, someone said their alarm thing could have been cut. It could have, but I don't think, usually if it's cut, it sends a signal nowadays. But it usually, most people don't set them at night, because I can tell you, like, if I set mine at night and I forget, I'll go out, open the door, and it'll go off. Do you think he got rid of the pew pew, Justin? I don't know. It's one of the questions I'm going to ask her in a little bit. I don't know. Quote, nothing can undo the devastating loss of 2 lives taken too soon, end quote, the Tepe family said in a statement. But, quote, we are grateful for the City of Columbus Police Department, its investigators, and assisting law enforcement community whose tireless efforts helped the capture of the person involved. Now, they were only married 7 months, not very, very long at all. But now I'm wondering, does her family know him very well? Right? Like, was there, when it comes to Monique's family, like, do they know him very well? Or was he, like, always traveling? Was he out of state? Did they never meet him? You never know. You never know, right? All right, let's get to some documents. The complaint. Here we go. But don't know. You want to be safe when you sleep. The alarm for me is safety first. Yeah. So, here we go. This is obviously filed today in the Franklin County Municipal Court. Michael David McKee. And this was filed at 10:51 a.m. Complaint being duly sworn states that the above named defendant of Franklin County, Columbus, Ohio, on or about the 30th day of December 2025, did knowing caused the death of another, to wit Monique Frances Tepe, by means of pew-pewing her with a firearm. It doesn't say pew-pewing, shooting, right? So that's part of it. I don't know if I got these in order. And this is Russ Wiener. Do hereby swear or affirm that I have the following cause to believe the individual named committed the alleged offense for the reasons stated in the affidavit support of probable cause. Okay, and he's got this one next. I have personal knowledge of the facts listed in the statement of the facts, as I was involved in the underlying investigation and or arrest. Okay. Damn, hold on one second. Let me get a better photo here, because this one's just giving me a fit. 1 second, y'all. I'm going to pull this one up so I can read it better. Bear with me, guys. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Perfecto. You can see it. Okay, maybe not. I see you. Did you send? Let me see here. 1 1 second. Confirmation on the case. I swore it was that one. If not, I'll just read it. Okay. Okay, I got it. Here we go. Perfect. Thank you. Here we go. This is much better. Much better, y'all. He was in med school and doing residency too during that time. Yes. Yep. All right. Franklin County Municipal Courts. Okay. This is one I was just showing you. Felony. Right. Here's the second one. Felony. This one is Monique Francis Tepe. Oh. I don't know. It's something about when you hear someone's middle name, it just hits you. I don't know. It does me. Like when I hear someone's like full name, especially like when a tragedy happens, it just, I don't know. It just hits me. Thank you so much, Crazy Buck. With Mo being pewed from the side through the chest, maybe hers was accident. No. And he kept his face covered. Nope. If it's an accident, I think you call the police, in my opinion. You know what I mean? He chased her for... Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yep. He was he was in court again in June and I think September. Yep, sure did. Sorry. Hello, Animal Mother. Good to see you. Okay. January 10, 2026. Here we go. And this is the arrest warrant as well. 110, 2016. And remember, you got to get a judge to sign that. It was notarized in violation of 2903.02A. And classified degree is right now. All right. It's going to get to some interesting stuff here. Franklin County Court. Here we go. 1411 North 4th Street. Remember that, okay? Remember that because we're going, okay. This happened at December 30th, 2025 at 3:52 in the morning. 3:52 in the morning. Very, very interesting. That's very specific, right? Very, very specific. Okay. And here we go again. Let's see here. Offense location. That's their address. 1411 North 4th Street. And then his location, Michael David McKee, 2100 North Lincoln Park West, apartment 12 DS. We're going to get to that part in a second because we're going to look at the place inside as well. Male, white, 6'1", 200 pounds, brown hair, green eyes. His license plate, all that. Date of birth 6/29/86. Just why? For what, dude? You done ruined your damn life. Ruined 2 others. Ruined, took the kids away. Complaint being duly sworn state that the above named defendant in Franklin County, Columbus, Ohio, on or about the 30th of December 2025, did knowing cause the death of another to Spencer Lewis Tepe by means of shooting him with a firearm. In the violation, section 2903.02A. Felony. Russ Weiner is, I guess, the prosecutor, badge number, or the judge one. Okay. And here we go again. Here's, I don't know if it's a duplicate or something, the same one. Okay. All right. And this is what I was reading just a second ago before I switched it over. ORC 2903.20A murder and ORC 2903.02 murder. We can look more into that as well. Here we go. Here's the summary. This is the important part. This is the summary. On December 30th, 2025, at 9:57 a.m., Columbus Police Patrol officers were dispatched to 1411 North 4th Street to check on the well-being of Dr. Spencer Tepe, who was not shown up for work. Officers arrived and found Dr. Tepe and his wife, Monique Tepe, deceased inside, suffering from pew-pew wounds. 2 minor children were found inside of the home unharmed. Columbus Fire and Medic number 7 responded and pronounced both victims deceased at 10:11 a.m. Columbus Police Homicide Unit Team 2 was advised, responded, and initiated an investigation. During the subsequent investigation, detectives were able to identify a suspect through neighborhood video surveillance. The suspect was tracked to a vehicle which arrived just prior to the homicide and left shortly after the homicide. Detectives were able to identify this vehicle further and link it to Michael McKee. Detectives located the vehicle in Rockford, Illinois, and found evidence of McKee in possession of the vehicle prior to and after the homicide. Not a lot there on that probable cause. Right now. Well, this isn't the actual probable cause. This is the summary statement of the probable cause. But they're both going to say the same thing as well. It's, you would think that he would have taken like another vehicle or something. Oh my God. Do you know how many license plate readers there are from Columbus, Ohio to where he was in Rockford, Illinois? Couldn't have been Remy. Right? Like, not at all. He was most likely harassing her in court for the dollar she owed him and have an excuse to see her. Perhaps it's very, very possible. But it's like $1,200 is chump change for him. Nothing, right? Nothing. He has a Nevada driver's license. You know what I think, and this is I was speaking to someone earlier. I can't confirm it or anything at this point, but it seems like I'm wondering if he had financial problems. I wonder if he maybe had, perhaps allegedly, we'll find out, maybe a gambling problem or something. We will see. But it seems like wherever he went, he's creepy. He's creepy. I don't get it. I really don't. The mayor spoke. Columbus Mayor Andrew Gither gave an update on the Tepe homicide investigation. This is what he shared. I'm going to play this, and I need to go. It was warm here a little, well, not warm, but warmer, but now the wind's blowing. I need to go shut my window. 2 seconds.
First and foremost, grieving, with this family. This is, a great team, a great partnership from everybody that we've heard from. Really special people who made one of our great neighborhoods even better. And so, just thinking about lifting up the Tepe family as they grieve. Really proud of the chief and the team at the Division of Police. They are working around the clock to gather information and do an investigation. As you know, 83% of the homicides in 2025 were solved. I think that shows how good our team is. That's way above national average and many other averages around the country. So we have a great team. They're working around the clock. I know the chief and our officers that are working on this are committed to holding people accountable and making sure they provide closure, as much closure as they can for this family who's going through a real tragedy right now. That we know that neighborhood is one of the safest neighborhoods in our city. You know that homicides and violent crime are down to the lowest levels in nearly 20 years.
Yeah. And, I know a lot of people say, the world's bad, and it is, don't get me wrong. But homicide levels are the lowest I think they've been I think he said 20 years, but I think it's nationally it's down, I think, the lowest a point. They did a really good job.
And so there is nothing to suggest, there's nothing that I know today that would suggest that folks in that community are at risk. I think I respect and will follow the lead of the family. The spokesperson for the family has already gone record saying they not fast. They want to hold the person or persons accountable, get them off the street to protect other members of that neighborhood and the public, and that they trust the investigators and the police that are working this case. And so we want this done right. And we want to hold people accountable that committed such a horrible, violent act. So I would encourage people not to share or spread misinformation. We're going to share as much information as we can at the appropriate time, but we can't jeopardize this investigation.
By the way, Ohio has a very much one of the most open records requests in the nation. Some of the most open. So they normally share a hell of a lot more than a lot of states. But I think we're going to have to wait till at least Monday before we get a lot of that until he's brought here. But it will be interesting to see if anybody, those that knew him, I'm sure that they're going to be interviewed and all of that. So this is the building where allegedly Michael McKee lived, and I'm going to show you that here in just a second. Only married 7 months. It's just wild to me, guys. For what? This is the building. Let me show you. Steroids in this? He's here. I don't know what did it. I don't. This is 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom, average 1,765 square feet. And then right here, it closed for $400,000. Right there. So these are, I think he was jealous because she was happy. It may be what, kind of like he always wanted. You know what I mean? Cities like Cleveland and Dayton have experienced, yes, Dayton's, yeah. Yeah. They generally solve them though. They're really good at it. Now, from what I understand, as of this live, Michael was adopted. I hear that he was adopted. I think his mother may be deceased. If I'm right, I think she's might be deceased. It's a nice place. It's, is it vascular surgeon nice? No, it's not. But my number, it's scrolling right here on the bottom. Scrolling right here on the, you can call in too if you want. You're welcome to call in. He stayed there and had, so to moan about the money. I don't know. I wonder if they could charge him. What do you mean? Wonder if they could charge him? Like, on what? They've charged him for murder. Yes, Cindy. She works very hard. She does as well. Yes. Nice view. Very nice view. Pool. I'm wondering, is there family? Okay, here's the floor plan. So let's get to this. How did also there is a really good website, guys, if you ever want a timeline on a case. You can go to crimetimelines.com, and it says, it talks about just about everything, and it gives a source of everything. And let's see here. He's 39 and Monique is 39 as well, right? A lot of doctors have to work for a hospital, just like a lot of lawyers have to work for a big law firm, work up their reputation and clientele. Yeah. It seems like he didn't stay long enough anywhere, though. I mean, he's 39 years old. He should have a good practice by now. But it just depends. 89% excellent detectives in homicide. Wow. That's pretty good, right? He may have, that's the question, right? That's the question. So let's look at this a moment. Here's some questions. Here is some questions that I have. And I'm sure you guys have them too, but maybe you haven't thought about some of these questions as well, right? The arrest in Illinois, right? So he obviously is arrested in Illinois and he is going to be extradited. But if he is working, right? If he was working at the time, if he was working in any sort of office, anything like that, what did he tell his employees, his loved ones, his family, where he was at while he went to Ohio, did any of his family, friends, etc., did they question, think about it, that did they know that he was obsessed with her, right? Any of that? I think it's a very interesting question, if you ask me, right? When did he return to work? Yes. Yep. Oh, it's definitely premeditated. I mean, you drove across state lines and unalive someone, right? In my opinion, he did. He absolutely did. He was taking her to court for it. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, and that's a base. They earn a hell of a lot more than that, I'm sure. So, so the people around him during this time, he's had to have spoken about your ex-wife to friends, colleagues, family. Had to have. And so whenever this news broke, did they side-eye their colleague? Did they side-eye a family member, your friend? Right? Did you get my text by chance? Let me check. I just got your message. I see it's funny. So I seen this one of my crime groups and didn't know if you knew anything about this. Oh, no. Is that the one you sent me? If it was a Facebook message about someone buying something. Okay, gotcha. Yep. Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah. Police are going to ask him for sure. Absolutely. Right? The question also, how did he get inside? Now, they have lived here. Justin, how did they catch him? How did they catch him? With his vehicle and cameras. That's how they caught him. But how did he get inside, right? Now, they have lived there, the Tepes, they have lived there for 5 or 6 years, right? They've lived there for 5 or 6 years. He had time. Right? There's different ways that he could have done something like this. I don't know if there is, let's say there's a master key or something like that. But then you can also use birthdays, right? He might have used his birthday, meaning Spencer's birthday. It might have been Monique's birthday, because it's a 4-digit passkey, right? It could have been one of their years, like 1984, whatever. Could be the kids, whatever. They could he could put cameras out there and you can learn the pattern of how they press the buttons as well. There's those types of things as well. Also, he may have spoke to other people that have been in that house, that may know the passkey even. We don't know. We don't know until we know, right? But everything is possible. Now, some people say, well, he could have knocked. I don't think he knocked. at all. Like at all. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Sure can giggle. I think he stalked them out in binoculars. Yeah, it's very possible. Very possible. Anniversary date. Yep. Absolutely. And they got married at their house. Got married at the house as well. How he had to have been stalking. Well, not to necessarily compare him with Brian Koberger, but Brian Koberger was there stalking months, right? His car would go behind the house and he would, watch him. This could have been happening the same freaking way. We don't know. And I'm sure we're going to figure out if his car had been in that area before or his phones and all of that. How did the ex have familiarity with the layout of the house and their family dynamics routine, closing the bedroom door, etc.? That's a great question. As you just saw, I just pulled up his house, the inside of it, because it had sold before. Same thing. You can figure out, where if they live, you can figure out, you can look at the house plan of their home online, right? So it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. Was the video on YouTube the marriage video? Yes. Yep. They said his ex is super introverted. I wonder if he's the type that, like, I'm fine, everything is fine, and he's really not fine. Maybe, right? So how did he get inside? We'll just have to wait and see, but those are some of the options, right? Now, this is the question I have. I know we talk a lot about what will Michael McKee's phone show, right? More importantly, well, not more importantly, but equally importantly, in my opinion, what did Spencer and Monique's phone show prior to their murders, right? Had Monique been getting messages from her ex or strange people? You know what I mean? That's very possible too. Love you, Leslie. Yes, Nancy and everyone else. I heard he was married and divorced after Monique. Yes, I think so. I'm getting some messages here. What's this? I knew Mike growing up in middle school through high school. He was very, very smart and kind. I'm shocked to see the news that it is him. I can't fathom him as a murderer, but I also haven't talked to him since the 2010s. Look at this. Check this out. There you go. Oops. There you go. It is alleged was in touch with the ex's former roommate. Yes, Charlotte, I have heard that as well. I think everyone was aware of her crazy ex-husband. That's why Spencer's work was creeped out. Maybe, right? It's very possible. I have a suspicion that Spencer's practice knew about something going on, possible threats. Well, that's the thing, as well, which we're going to get into. So people are asking about the CUST, C-U-S-T abbreviation. CUST just means yes, and I mentioned this earlier. Thank you for whoever wrote this. I said this earlier. The CUST, or like the custody, it does not mean custody of children. It can in some instances, but their divorce was final, but it was reopened due to an issue related to ownership of property, something like money, land accounts, etc. It was $1,200. From what I understand. And I say that with 100% confidence. I'm an attorney in Ohio, so enough with the kids and the, yes. Thank you very much for saying that, whoever, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. It can mean custody of the property, of the account. It doesn't, they had no kids together. Zero, zilch, nada, none. If they heard something or someone outside at 3:30, they would have checked the Ring doorbell. It's going to be very interesting to see what this guy researched in the days and weeks, months, perhaps even years prior to the murders, right? It's going to be very interesting. How do I get past this lock or whatever? So, it can be about the money, but not really about the money, right? So allegedly, whenever they broke up, her family came and got her, and she packed up a U-Haul, and he wasn't home, and he allegedly comes home without, I guess, a lot of his stuff or their stuff, and there was no, like, maybe goodbye or whatever, like unexpected. Regardless, like, it's no need to ever do something like this, right? Why didn't they give? I don't know betting. I really don't, or bet. So what did Spencer and Monique's phone show? Had they been getting any weird text, phone calls? Were they, worried about anything? It makes you kind of wonder, doesn't it? Of course, we're going to be interested in Michael's phone calls and all that, but the calls, text before the murders, any deleted messages, had they reported anything, all of that. Your phone is essentially a diary, and it keeps a lot there, right? So what was going on between Monique and her ex, right? Clearly, there was a lot of it had to be really bad, guys. It had to be really bad. Because Monique, again, mentioned this in her wedding vows about, how she got to where she's at today. No, P girl, there won't be a press conference, I don't say, until probably Monday when he's extradited. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And you know, so it had to be really bad if, you know, she mentioned it and she's like, you know, I, you know, my past and all of that. And then it was also done in the home, the wedding vows. And, you know, when I think of it like this, think about it like this, because we don't know how he's thinking, but this is the way I see it as of this live right now. He had the wife and all of that. She allegedly ghosted him. You know, that was it. He went to work with, you know, a wife or whatever, comes back home and there's nothing. Then there's this divorce. I'll let my attorney deal with you. This hostile divorce. She gets remarried, happily married to another doctor, has 2 kids, has a beautiful home, a beautiful life, and then they get married in the home. In the home. She says these vows in the home, mentioning the ex. And this ex thought, you've made my life hell, right? You've made my life hell. I'm going to show you what can be done in that home. And he did it, allegedly. He took the home from them. He took them from each other. He took them from their kids. Yep, that's right, Canadian. He was ate up with envy, all of that. What happened to my camera? Okay. I totally agree. He watched that video so many times and he said, I'm going to have the last word. And he did. Well, I truly believe God has the last word, but he might have the last word between, you know, them and Monique and Spencer, but you can tell he's just a grumpy ass man. I don't know what his problem is. So, you know, what was going on? Clearly, again, been divorced for ages, and still there was things going on in the court. Very good point, Justin. He took everything from her because she took everything from him in his mind. Yeah. Yes, his ego was bruised, embarrassed, colleagues. And, you know, and this is the thing as well. Divorce is hurtful for both people, right? There's obviously hurt. There had to be hurt on Monique's side, obviously, because she got a divorce. But after the divorce and after you've had time for most people to reflect and move on, and I'm just talking real with you guys. You can talk bad about your ex, right? You talk bad about your ex, right? Oh, yeah, that's my ex. He did this or he did that, or I know this about him or I know that about him. And people talk. People talk. And the doctor community is tighter than what you might expect. Doctors know other doctors, all kinds of different doctors. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, a general surgeon or a dentist. And, sometimes the word might get back to you that she's, someone's been talking about you as well. He's a vascular surgeon, yeah. So, that's always a possibility as well, right? But truly, most homicides start months before even the trigger is ever pulled. It's something that builds up over time generally. It's either something that happens very, very quickly off, right, or it takes some time, one or the other, right? Did cameras catch something? Well, yeah, it did catch him. We know that, but the traffic cameras, did he stop anywhere for gas along the way? When was his phone? Did he turn his phone off? I would assume he did, but how many of us really turn our phone off? Think about that. When is the last time your cell phone has been dead for an extended amount of time and you know it? Hours, right? Mine's not. Right. So if his phone was off, whether it was powered down or whatever, and it's never normally powered down or it's never normally off for an extended period of time, or if he leaves it at home, but his car is, where the murder scene is, that's going to say something as well. It's going to be something big as well. What evidence are we not being told? Right? And this is a big one. What made them so confident to do an arrest? And obviously cameras is one of them, right? Cameras is one. There is shell casings, from what we understand, right? Is there DNA? Is this going to be a DNA case? It's certainly going to be a digital case, in my opinion. Cell phone tower pings, car GPS, right? Was there any blood transfer at all? I'm sure they took impounded his car today, and I would assume that they are doing forensics on that probably as we speak, right now as well. Right? Is there evidence of him, like we was talking earlier, him checking on the wedding video over and over and over, stalking someone on Facebook, making, strange phone calls, that kind of thing. They're going to look at that. But now this is a big one, right? Why now? Why this moment? Why this moment? Why on 12/30/2025? Why then? Well, they're 5-year anniversary was coming up. That's one thing that we know. Things were happening in the courts. That's another thing that we know. Did he not want them to go through another year together, or, go to 2026? I don't want them going into 2026 with me. Right? Really? NYC. I'll text Vinny and ask him. So why now? Was it because he knew he was going to lose in court, or he was never going to get what he wanted? It had to be something like that. Was the weapon traced? Right? Was this weapon traced? Do they have the pew-pew? Was this a GUN that he bought recently? Right? Was this something he bought recently even? Did he buy it off of, a GUN show, a private collector, whatever? Right? Is there transfer evidence? Right? Did they find his DNA where it shouldn't be? Right? His DNA should not be in that house if he's never been in that house before. He couldn't handle being rejected. Yep. I agree with that. Absolutely. The family knew it was the ex the whole time. Unreal. I think that they had a very good idea. Yeah. But door handles, right? Is there even DNA on the bodies? Bedding, vehicles, right? You don't need any sort of confession when you have transfer DNA at all. Okay. Getting some. Let me play this 1 second here. Here we go. Whoops. Bear with me. I bet LE will find some kind of evidence and DNA in his car. Oh, yeah. Did he change? Did he stop and did he change anywhere as well? Very interesting. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it, and share this live out. Oops, what are we doing here?
Tears Tuesday, December 30th.
This individual, Spencer, works with me, and he did not show up to work this morning, and we cannot get a hold of him or his family.
Dr. Tepe didn't show up for work when the Athens Dental Depot opened at 8 a.m. Then at 9:03, a
very
call
possible.
to 911.
Passion.
We're very, very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
Immediately after that call, police went to the house for a welfare check. But Columbus Police Chief Elaine Bryant said the officer went to the wrong address.
There was an officer that was dispatched to go to that well-being check. Unfortunately, he did respond to the wrong location initially. He went to the wrong location, and in him believing that he was at the right location, he did everything that he was supposed to do. Knocked on the doors, checked the backyard, did all those things, but it was not the right location.
In the next hour, 3 more calls into 911 from concerned coworkers and friends.
We haven't been able to get a hold of him for 3 hours. We are on site and we can hear him.
Then, at 4 a.m., a friend went into the Tepe home in the 1400 block of North 4th Street and saw Spencer's body lying next to the bed in an upstairs bedroom. At 10:07, police responded and also found the body of Monique Tepe.
If they kind of the family expected it. They just had to be sick. They just had to be sick when they realized what happened. That's exactly right, Susie Q. Do no harm. Do no harm. Hello, Deafening Silence. Good to see you. Boy, he sure did.
Both had been shot.
At this time, we have no indication that this is a murder-suicide.
Columbus police no sign of force.
I was asleep, and I will say that these houses are really well made, that a lot of the times I don't hear what's going on the outdoors.
Police say the couple's 2 children were inside, but not harmed. Family members say their daughter just turned 4 and their son is 17 months old.
The kids are doing very well. They're young enough to not fully understand, the gravity of this situation.
According to a police report, crime scene analysts found spent 9mm casings. Rob Mislas, the big sisters. He was a huge Bengals and Buckeyes fan and says Monique was a loving, patient, and joyful mother with a background in childhood education.
What are you going to miss most about them?
That's supposed to be him. Yeah.
Is that good?
Police haven't said yet. Bless his heart.
So their house in Columbus was just like a center for us to join them, and they were the glue of so many people.
My heart breaks for this man.
Community.
My heart breaks for this man. He was blamed and all of that. Yeah, we're going to know a lot more. We're going to know a lot more Monday, I think. He's broken, and they would stay at his house at least once a month. Now, of course, he knows he's going to be a suspect whenever a double homicide happens and he's there and stuff. But nobody had enough information, in my opinion, to say that he did anything. There was just not enough, in my opinion. He overshared some things on Reddit and stuff like that. But this is the thing, guys. When these things happen, most people aren't into true crime like you and I are, right? Like, I mean, there's a lot of people that's into true crime, but like they love true crime shows and all of that, but they're not like we are. You know what I mean? Like 24/7 true crime, like deep diving into true crime. So these families don't know how the internet will react to them. And so, someone will share something and then they'll like find a way to twist it. Esley, I never understood why people thought it was him. He seemed level-headed and not suspicious. He was talking about like his medication and stuff on there. But I don't know. I just didn't have enough at all to even start to say, I think Grant Marbury, no, just didn't. And he's just broken here.
They brought together, and they were just so loving and just so welcoming to people. And like, I have lifelong friends now that I never knew because of those 2 people.
In a statement from the couple's family, they wrote, "We're heartbroken beyond words. While no outcome will ever undo this loss, our family is committed to seeing this tragedy fully and fairly brought to justice and to honoring Spencer and Monique by protecting the future of the children they loved so deeply."
No answers will bring your family back, but would it help you sleep at night if you were given those answers?
Yeah, you're right. Nothing can ever bring them back, but getting the justice that Mo and Spencer so deserve. Just finding whatever monster is capable of doing something like this I think it would make not just our family, a lot of people be able to feel a little bit safer.
Columbus police are focusing on the hours between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. on December 30th. Cameras litter the couple's Weinland Park neighborhood, including a city crime camera. Columbus police say the camera was working at the time, but won't say if it caught anything that will help the investigation. Columbus police released this video from the alleyway behind the Tepe's home of someone police describe as a person of interest.
Do you believe that person who was in the video is the suspect or just someone who was there at the time when the murders happened?
Evidence is going to give us that information as we continue to dig, as we continue to gather as much as we can. Right now, we know that they were there.
Flowers have now replaced crime scene tape outside the home where there was once so much love. Neighbors and family members are hoping for the justice the Tepes deserve with an arrest.
This case has obviously grown nationwide, a lot of interest, not just here in Columbus, but across the country. So we wanted to have a conversation about what's going on in this case. I'm joined by Angela Ann and retired Columbus homicide detective Jay Fulton. 33 years with the division?
That's correct.
17 as a homicide detective?
That's correct.
So how much has this case interested you?
Well, it's certainly one that catches your attention. The location, the demographic, the professional nature of the victims, and the mystery. I mean, that's what catches the detective's attention more than anything. That this is a true puzzle. You know, every homicide's important, but the ones that come along like this are the most challenging.
And I'll tell you, Jay, as a former crime reporter and as a mom, though, what really got me, and I think so many of our viewers, is the fact that there were 2 children left unharmed. So if this was indeed a targeted attack, but you left these children unharmed, whoever the killer is, has some kind of moral dilemma.
Absolutely. This, it has all the earmarks of something that was targeted or personal.
Getting something pulled up here. Just give me 1 second, y'all.
But not a crime where the children were harmed.
Right.
They were left there, and once again, I agree. That's another aspect of the case that grabs the attention of the public, I think, and the national media as well.
The fact that this happened at night and there was no signs of forced entry, and as Angela mentioned, the children were in the house, not harmed. What does that tell you about the suspect?
Well, it's somebody known to it's in all likelihood, it should be somebody known to these victims. And, you know, you wouldn't expect the children to interact at those hours. I've raised 4 and they'd be in bed. Mm-hmm. So whoever gained access to this, and they are reporting that no force was used. They put that out. So we surmise that somebody had a key or a code or some way to access that residence. So that puts somebody likely in the
he figured that
inner circle.
he figured that out.
That they knew.
Yeah, it's not it just doesn't point to a stranger, that type of scenario.
Can we talk about the one piece of supposed evidence, right, that at least we know of, the public, is the video, right? We know the video surveillance of that grainy hooded suspect walking through the alleyway. They first had a time frame of 12 to midnight to whatever hour.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Then they
Okay, we're going to come back to this in just a minute. The Sun just now dropped a article moments ago, and we're going to go to it. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate it. And share this live out. Devastating loss. Family of the murdered and dentist and wife break silence on arrest of Monique Tepe's ex-husband. They suspected him from the start. Suspected him from the start. Holy shit. Crazy. Wow. Wow. There we go. Let's get into it, guys. Okay. The heartbroken family of the murdered dentist and wife have broken their silence on the arrest of Monique Tepe, ex-husband, and claimed they, quote, suspected him from the start. The suspect, identified in records as Michael David McKee, was taken into custody on Saturday in Chicago area. I think I'm going to nickname him Jaws. His nickname will be Jaws. There we have it. Columbus, Ohio officials previously said officers were called to the home in Weinland Park neighborhood at around 10 a.m. on December 30th. Inside, police found Spencer Tepe, 37, Monique Tepe, 39, both dead from pew-pew wounds. Officials said records identify the arrest suspect as Michael David McKee. McKee is Monique Tepe's ex-husband, according to the records. A family source told the Sun, the U.S. Sun, they welcome the arrest and were sure it would be her ex-husband who was accused, but did not want to interfere with the police investigation. I am nicknaming him the Creeper, like the Minecraft game. So thank you. I love you guys. There is nobody like Pearls. I tell you that. There is nobody like my Pearls. Still baffles me how he got in. We're going to find it out. We're going to find out. Right? Captain Lincoln. In a statement, the family told The Sun, quote, today arrest represents an important step forward towards justice for Monique and Spencer. Quote, nothing can undo the devastating loss of two lives taken far too soon, but we are grateful to the City of Columbus Police Department, its investigators, and assisting law enforcement community who tirelessly efforts helped to capture the person involved. Quote, we thank the community for the continued support, prayers, and compassion shown throughout the tragedy. As the case proceeds, we trust the justice system to hold the person responsible fully accountable. Monique and Spencer remain at the center of our hearts, and we carry forward their love, and we surround and protect the two children they leave behind. We will continue to honor their lives and the light they brought into the world. The arrest came weeks after investigators began probing the couple's deaths, which were reported after December 30th response. It is understood the alarm was sparked when Spencer didn't show up to work at the Athens Dental Depot, with owner Mark Valrose calling 911 because it was unlike him to miss work and he hadn't called ahead, as reported by WSYX TV. A friend then raced home and called 911, saying he could hear the children inside the property. In a second call, the friend reported seeing a body and told dispatchers, we just came here and he appears dead. He's laying next to his bed, off of his bed in his blood, end quote. I can tell he's obviously not breathing or anything, the caller added. The couple's young children were unharmed, as was their pet dog, and police said they quickly ruled out a murder, SUICIDE. Investigators believe Spencer and Monique were killed between 2 and 5 a.m. We now have an actual time on that. I think it was, what time was it? 3 something a.m. I believe that is $1,200. It's something like 20. Yeah. Yep. It was an ungodly amount of interest. The guy looks like a Russian guy that was boxing Rocky. Yes, I can see that. Butterfly. I can see that. Hey, Magic Star, good to see you. The official divorce proceedings began in May 2017 and were finalized by June 2017 on the grounds of incompatibility. The family source added, quote, the main focus right now is the funeral arrangements, which will be happening in the coming days. They are unsure at the moment whether or not to have the young children attend. Oh my God, y'all. Can you imagine? Can't. Hey, Shannon. Hope it's good to see you, darling. Drew. No way. Yes, Buzz. What? What am I? What are we buzzing? A child would remember him. I don't know. I don't know if a 4-year-old would remember. I don't know. I really don't. You know, I'm glad that they have an arrest before the funerals. Right. Yeah, Crystal. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say they should do it or not, but I just can't imagine. God bless him, man. The U.S. Senate understands that the videographer, Rob, who was married to Spencer Tepe's sister, is currently caring for the children, is putting together a special video for the service. He previously filmed their couple's wedding day 5 years ago, and the family was close. A public visitation for the Tepes is set for noon to 3 p.m. on January 11th. That's tomorrow. At the, how do you pronounce their scroll? Skoldinger Northwest Funeral Home in Upper Arlington. A separate celebration for life is gathering at 3:30 to 6 p.m. at the Duamincy in Columbus, Ohio. What's that? Flowers and other items? Okay. Oh, this is flowers and stuff that's left. Oh my God. Did you see that? I never saw that picture. Do you see what that says? Let me see if I can make it bigger. You see what that says? Look at this. That was left at the door. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they will. Isn't that sad? They put that at the door. Bless their hearts. Special winner 2022 Best of the Best Times Gazette winner Spencer Tepe, DDS, Stone Creek Dental Care. I guess he was at Stone Creek Dental Care before that. And I mean, think about, you know, his old colleagues and stuff and just his friends that he knew. And, you know, big brother, big sister, all of that as well. Very, very sad. At least 6 dead in Mississippi mass as gunmen sprayed victims with bullets in 3 different locations. What? That's crazy. Just an evil fuck, man. That's sad. Very, very sad. Michael David McKee arrested in horror double murder as his ex-wife Monique okay. That's the one we was reading before. Okay. So who was the person who said Buzz Lightyear? Oh my God, you're right. Holy shit, he does look like Buzz Lightyear. Y'all. mother. Look at this. Oh my God. Hold on. Buzz Lightyear. Here we go. Let me find it. Let's find it. I'm going to do a side by side. That's it. That's fucking it. To infinity and beyond. You guys are going to freaking laugh your asses off here. We can make fun of him because he's a fucking killer, allegedly. Watch this. Oh my gosh, watch this. Freaking laugh. It's so good. Let's see here. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Oh, Lord have mercy. Watch this. Oh, can y'all see it from where I'm at? 1 second. Watch this. Yeah. He looks like Buzz Lightyear. He's buzzlightyear.com. If he makes me, yeah. Absolutely. Well, damn, Charlotte. He does look like Buzz Lightyear. Am I wrong? Who said Buzz Lightyear? Who was the mother chicken that said Buzz Lightyear? I need to know. Oh, thank you, Miss Shannon. Thank you, Mama. Very kind of you, sweetheart. Appreciate you very, very much, my dear. Thank you, Mamas. Appreciate you, my love. Good to see you. Very much. Thank you. Justin, ears lower than the eyes again. Ears lower than the eyes. Oh, that is true. Yep. If you don't know what they're talking about there is serial unaliver traits and all of that. A doctor, look at his ears. WTF. Yeah, his ears are lower than. It's kind of weird, isn't it? I just now noticed that. You just said it. Everyone's looking at his ears now. I'm looking at my ears now. Everyone's looking in our mirror right now. We're like, what? I never even. You have. Oh God, we can't help it the way we are. Ooh, I'm good. We're all checking our ears. Yeah. I'm gonna be looking at everybody's ears now. Well, Lord, what the hell? Gosh, mine are lopsided. I can move my ears. I can wiggle my ears. With my headphones on, I don't know. Can you see it? With my headphones on, I'm wiggling them. I can wiggle my ears. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. No, I'm self-conscious now. Oh. I can wiggle him. See me wiggle him. I used to go wiggle him a lot better, but I've had too much Botox over the years probably, so that'll do it as well. I have tiny ears too. I just nodded laughing. I have the cold flu. Well, at least we give you a decongestant here. Oh, God. We want to see the ears wiggle. I was just showing you. Meeting someone for the first time, looking around their head. Yeah. Hold on. Turn around a minute, sir. I need to see your ears. Let's see what's under the hood. There you go. Okay. Yeah, you can't unsee it. Exactly. Buzz has little ears. Yeah. Well, he's a character though, but he's still nonetheless he's very, very much Buzz Lightyearified. You know what I mean? I just don't know, man. Like, why? I don't get it. I truly don't get it. I've got some more stuff, I think, here. Do you think the prosecutor will go for the death penalty? I don't know what the they some states you have to already be a felon, or but it depends. In some states you have to, you know, murder more than one person. It depends. I got told your ears and your nose don't stop growing as you get older. They don't. You're absolutely right, Kelly. Why do you think, you know, as we get older, you know, men particularly, we get long old ears. We get long ears as we get older, and your nose doesn't stop growing either. That is true. So, you know, every 10 years, you just go in for a tune-up, get a nose job, and get your ear cut. While you're doing that haircut, could you just cut a little off the ear as well? Can you? Oh, I know, Mousy. I know. He has. He looks like when he was with her. Look, well, look at this. Look at this right here. Check this out. Like this is them. Like he looks so much better there. Right? He looks he looks older than 39 now. Hell yeah, he does. I think he does. Like he looks fresher here. You know what I mean? They don't even look like the same person. And then here, like he's much better looking here. Much better looking here. The last execution was in 2018, and the state is reviewing its. They review all of them. It's crazy. If they fool thought he would, I think he did think he would get away with it. Justin, just wait. Then you will have to be able to. Then you will really be able to. I'll look like Dumbo. I'll look like Dumbo. I'll get an ear reduction. I need an ear reduction, please. I don't want the long ears, you know. He had nothing to live for. So, I don't know. I mean, from what I understand, that his mom or his adopted mother didn't put him in the obituary. Trim my horns back a little. That's right. She does. She does. I love Marie Osmond. Love her. She's aging backwards. You must look forward to really going on finally. Shannon, you okay? What did Shannon say? What's going on in chat? Such a different looking guy. Not, yeah, he's not a bad looking guy here, right? But here, good looking guy. But again, what happened? I like Marie Osmond. I thought she's pretty in the way she was. I'm like, oh my God, you look at her. Yeah, well, I mean, she's pulled tighter than a banjo string. You know, I mean, she's literally kissing her ass right now while she talks. She's pulled so tight. Here, you know, I mean, he's all right looking here, you know. Christy, thank you. Oh, summer breeze. He would have had plenty of nurses. I'm like wondering if he even worked. Like, was he even working? Like, what was he doing with this time? Doctors are busy. Like, they're never home. Right? And then, like, he's fit here. He's really fit here. This looks to be somewhere out west. Probably, you know, Utah or something like that. He looks mean as hell now. Oh, yeah. Mean as hell now. Like, he's a good looking chap there. Good looking guy. 6'1", muscular. Like, you can tell he worked out then. You know, he's in, you know, probably just graduated, all that. You know, he's got the doctor vibe going on. Got the, you know, really excited about the future. And, you know, what does he get now? A prison sentence and your doctorate shredded for eternity, and you're a murderer. Allegedly. Not right now, but he's accused. He's accused of it, at least. Antisocial personality with a bad load of narcissism. Hope he finds Bubba. Oh, I hope he gets the biggest Bubba that ever bubbed, honey. Yes, I hope so. Yep. But look here. Like, she's like, Monique is tall. I wasn't thinking Monique was that tall. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because he's 6'1". I hope that he gets a double wide Bubba. That's what I hope. I can't wait to see oh, me either. But you know what? I bet you, Laura, there will not be an interview. I bet you there ain't gonna be an interrogation. He's gonna say, lawyer, attorney. That's what he's gonna say. I was thinking the same thing, since he had a plan of escape, plan to get away. Listen, he's not getting away from Bubba. There's bars. There's bars. Oh, sassy baby, hope you feel better. They look like they're at where's this at in Ohio? Is it up near Cleveland or whatever? He will lawyer up for sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, I doubt it. If yeah, he probably won't say one word. Oh, you think it's me? Attorney, please. That's what he's gonna say. Hello, Miss Kelly. Good to see you, darling. MD, a resident. Yep. Where did these pictures come from? Well, I think they originally came from I don't know, actually. He deleted his Facebook. She's 5'11". He's supposedly 6'1". Cedar Point or Kings Island, yes. Yeah. Because is it Cedar Point in Cleveland? Or right outside of Cleveland? What do they call it? Put-in Bay Island or something like that? Put-in Bay. Oh my God, Kelly. I know. Like, it's crazy. Like, you go to the UK or Canada, I mean, like, you just see the most evil murderers, and they're like, yeah, we gave him 7 years. Sandusky, thank you, yes. And you're like, we get that for not paying 3 tickets here. Like, it's crazy. Yes, Sandusky, Ohio, yeah. In the bar photo, he is changing his looks. Okay, here's the video. Go to prison. Yay!
Happy birthday, Michael. Happy birthday, Michael.
Oh, damn it. I was trying to show you why don't it freaking, hold on.
Birthday, Michael.
That's what I want right there. He's really young here. Monique is in this video? This video? She is? I don't think that's
Happy
her,
birthday,
is it?
Michael.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jen, you are so late. My God in heaven, what are we doing? Jen, to the office, please. We are pulling you over. Jen, to the office, please. We're pulling you over. Oops, wrong one. Don't be leaning, my girl. I was just watching police body cam videos. I never get a notification. That's her voice screaming it out. Is it? I don't think so. Do y'all think that's her? I don't think that's her. I don't think they knew each other that long. Okay, you got a guy in a red shirt. An Asian dude. White guy. That's not her. I don't think that's her. Or y'all think that's her right there? I don't think that's her. On the right side. Right there? Really? Maybe. I just didn't think they were together. Like, he looks. So did they know each other a lot longer? I don't know. It's very weird. Okay. Let me pull this up. All right. So watch this. Watch this, y'all. Let me find it here. Well, let me pull this one up first, and then we'll go to that one. Yes, I heard years before they were a couple. Oh, that would be that would be very interesting. Excuse me. Oh my God, this man looks like me at a middle-age crisis. Sorry.
Colin Dorsey. Columbus police telling us Monique Tepe's ex-husband, Michael McKee, is now charged with 2 counts of murder for the deaths of Spencer and Monique Tepe. We'll show you his picture now. 38-year-old Michael David McKee. Columbus police telling us just hours ago, McKee was arrested in Rockford, Illinois today. That's more than 400 miles from Columbus. And here's all that we know about Michael McKee and his ties to the Tepes.
The anchor does.
McKee and Monique Tepe were previously married, but the couple divorced in Franklin County back in June 2017, almost 9 years ago. And the two
No, not Michael. I'm talking about the anchor.
And it's a case that has gripped the city and left people living in and around the Weinland Park neighborhood concerned for their own safety. Let's take a look back at how we got here. This started when Columbus police were called to a house in the 1400 block of North 4th Street the morning of December 30th for a wellness check. This after Spencer Tepe did not show up to work at his Athens dental office. When officers got there, that's when they found both Spencer and Monique Tepe dead, both of them shot. We also know their 2 children, a 4-year-old daughter and 17-month-old son, were found inside the home, but both thankfully were unharmed.
Nothing can ever bring them back, but getting the justice that Mo and Spencer so deserve. Just finding whatever monster is capable of doing something like this I think it would make not just our family, a lot of people be able to feel a little bit safer.
And that was Spencer Tepe's brother-in-law. He sat down with us for a video call back on the 6th. Now, that day, he told us they were focused on honoring the 2 people he described as bright, warm, and loving, also making sure that their 2 children are taken care of. And just this evening, the Tepe family sent 10TV a statement. It reads in part, "Today's arrest represents an important step."
Hold on, I gotta move past this one. This wasn't it.
Nothing can undo the devastating 17, almost 9 people living in December 30th.
Oh, this wasn't the one. Hold on. It's this one. Sorry, guys. And this one right here. Guys, if you're just joining us, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate
This
it.
case interested you?
Well, it's certainly one that catches your attention. The location, the demographic,
Absolutely. Absolutely, Bab. When you live with someone, that's when you know them. Mm-hmm.
professional nature of the victims, and the mystery. I mean, that's what catches the detective's attention more than anything. That this is a true puzzle. You know, every homicide's important, but the ones that come along like this are the most challenging.
And I'll tell you, Jay, as a former crime reporter and as a mom, though, what really got me,
Get
and I
him
think
done,
so many of
girl.
our viewers, is the fact that
Get
there
your
were
hair
two
did.
children left unharmed. So if this was indeed a targeted attack, but you left these children unharmed, whoever the killer has some kind of moral
Absolutely,
dilemma.
this it has all the earmarks of something that was targeted or personal, involved in the adults here, but not a crime where the children were harmed.
Right.
They were left there, and once again, I agree. That's another aspect of the case that grabs the attention of the public. I think.
He is. Hold on. Who was he?
Nature of,
At the time when the murders happened.
Evidence is going.
The home where there was once so much love, neighbors and family members are hoping for the justice. The Tepes deserve
17
Let me see here.
This case has obviously grown nationwide, a lot of interest, not just here in Columbus, but across the country. So we wanted to have a conversation about what's going on in this case. I'm joined by Angela Ann and retired Columbus homicide detective.
Yes, he's a homicide detective. That's right.
Midnight to whatever hour, and then 9 a.m. Then they shortened it. First of all, is this, in your opinion, when you guys put out stuff like that, you're fishing for info? Is this simply a person of interest, someone who happened to be walking by? Could this have been the suspect?
it could be either, and what you're
That's
doing.
not a good answer for our viewers out there, right?
I'll elaborate.
Okay.
So it could be either, but what you're trying to do is identify this person. So maybe the person sees himself on the news, himself or herself, and says, "Hey, I was coming home from a bar. I was coming home from work." If they're not the suspect, they're potentially a witness if they're putting him or her in that alley at that time. So maybe we should identify this person so we can talk to them and see what they know. That's one person that you knew that was up and moving in the vicinity in this timeline that the investigators have targeted.
Now, people say that a lot of people stop in that area and like they'll walk to the bars and stuff. Look how he went downhill quick. Like you can tell he's not shaved in days. I bet you he hasn't slept worth a fuck. I'm echoing. Thank you for telling me. Am I still echoing? Justin, I sent you an email of a video of the copper whistling when he went to the wrong house. I have that. I haven't played it yet, though. Let me see here. Hi, Justin. Do we know how long Michael may have been in the house? Maybe he pushed his way in somehow or another night before. What do you think? I don't think it was very long. I don't think he was in that house very long. Just my opinion, though. I finally got that. Yeah, I think you want to get in there and get out. He obviously knew their the pattern, right? Of what time he went to work, all of that. See his eye in our left is swollen a bit. I don't think his eye's swollen. I don't think so. Doesn't have much of a lip either. I guess he stopped working out or whatever. Just crazy. The police officers turns up to the wrong house, but he's whistling. Yeah, I can play that. Let me find it here. should be, did I show that one yet? Yeah, okay. The body cam, let me see here, Spencer and Monique Tepe body cam. They went to, let me see. That's the other thing. Okay, here it is. Check this out if y'all haven't seen it yet. This is from Law and Crime. From Facebook. Yeah, banging on the door.
This is newly released body cam video we just received from the city of Columbus showing the first police officer to respond to a call related to the case of Spencer and Monique Tepe. But the officer in this video went to the wrong address, according to the chief of police. Police in Ohio are finally speaking to the public about the investigation into
Hi, this is 911. We just got a hang-up call. Is everything okay?
Shit, I was muted. Sorry. I was muted. Look at that. He looks slimmer in that body cam, though. It'll be interesting to see if he threw away the stuff. That's what's going to be interesting. We already showed that as well. What's that?
Two people that, not
I've not seen this.
A single person could say a bad word about them are killed in their home.
Rob Misla is Spencer and Monique's brother-in-law. 1 week ago, his wife got the call that changed everything.
It was her dad on the phone saying that Spencer is dead. And then finally I said, well, where's Monique? Where are the kids? And he said, well, Monique is dead too.
A filmmaker, Misla captured their 2021 wedding at their Columbus home, where they were also murdered. Their 2 children, ages 4 and 1, asleep down the hall.
We don't know how to tell a 4-year-old that they're never going to see their mom and your daddy again.
Misla tells me he is hopeful the police will catch Spencer and Monique's killer soon.
It just seems like it was not a random act. It seems a lot more intentional than that.
Personal.
Personal, yes.
If you could say something to the person or persons who did this, what would it be?
You think that you just took 2 lives, but you took so much more than that. You took a daughter and a son, a brother and a sister, cousins, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, friends, and obviously two amazing parents, two just innocent children who will never know them again. So he took so much more. Two people that, not a single person could say a bad word about them, are killed in their home.
Rob Misla is Spencer and Monique's brother-in-law. 1 week ago, his wife got the call that changed.
Hey, Babs. I just did a FOIA, and I will have everything. I just did a FOIA, so hopefully I'll have it back Monday, and we'll have it all then as well. Trying to see if there's anything else here. Did we show that? Just craziness. I bet you he's already got an attorney. If does anybody know if he has any siblings? This dude, any siblings at all? Like, even if they're like step siblings. I wonder if he's got anything like that. Time will tell. Oh, we haven't showed this, I don't think. WV. Let me see here. Did we show this? Nope, we haven't showed this. Pop this one up. Not sure, but he is adopted. I think his adopted mother died.
And I'm Aaron Thomas. So this is a case that has been gaining national attention. And now 39-year-old Michael McKee is behind bars. He is Monique Tepe's ex-husband. WLWT News 5 Sean McKinnon joining us with more on this major update in this case that we've been following for weeks, Sean.
Spencer and Monique Tepe were shot and killed inside their Columbus home on December 30th. And the couple had ties to Greater Cincinnati. Spencer graduated here from Mason High School in 2007. Now, according to court documents, Columbus police were able to identify a suspect through this surveillance video on the day of the murder. The suspect was then tracked to a vehicle which police say arrived before the murders and left just after.
That may be why he was kind of like Andy had a sister. He had a sister. And I'm talking about the killer, Jen. Is that who you're talking about? Let me show you this. He may not. It may be why he is the way he is, because he felt abandoned, like he's got like abandonment issues or whatever. This was it. If he doesn't have like any other family per se, and that's kind of might be like what he always wanted, was like the family, if that's how he grew up. This is the They're still alive, peekaboo?
Yeah, 4-3.
Anybody home?
I need to look at that.
Well, first and foremost, grieving.
That was the mayor. We saw that earlier. So, Yeah. I mean, the last time he was in court, what it says is 9/26/25. Original copy of hearing notice filed, 9/26/25. And, we'll just have to see if anything came of that. I might get the transcripts of uh, the hearings. I think that would be good if we got the transcripts if we can, if they'll allow us to have them. I'll fight them on it and see if we can get it. But if we can get the transcripts on that, that would be very interesting to see what all the fuss, what all he was fussing about, because it just doesn't seem. I just don't understand over $1,200 fucking dollars at all. He's got. Let me see here. The Columbus Dispatch. Ooh. Who is Michael McKee, ex-husband of Monique Tepe, charged in death? Okay, here we go. You did not see this one. Was he at the wrong? Yep. They originally went to the wrong address. Yep.
I'm Bethany Bruner with the Columbus Dispatch. We've got a major update in the homicide investigation into the deaths of Monique and Spencer Tepe. Earlier today, we confirmed that an arrest warrant has been filed for Michael David McKee, the ex-husband of Monique Tepe. He is currently in custody. We have confirmed this in the Rockford, Illinois area. What we know based on court records is that Columbus police identified a vehicle that was seen near the Tepe home on the morning of December 30th. That vehicle was seen shortly before the homicides and leaving shortly after the homicides are believed to have happened. That vehicle was then traced to Michael McKee and found in Illinois. We also know Michael McKee has medical licenses in Illinois and California. He is identified through various means as being a vascular surgeon. We know he also has family in Ohio, in the Muskingum County area, and he went to Ohio State for medical school. He and Monique Tepe, who was not Tepe at the time, obviously, married in 2015. She filed for divorce in 2017. That divorce appears to have been handled very quickly and very amicably between the two based on what we can see in court filings. It was finalized about a month after it was filed. You will see on that docket what's called a standard mutual restraining order. That is not what we typically think of as a restraining order. That is specific to divorce and separation type cases to prohibit either party from touching assets, money, bank accounts, those sorts of things. It bars them from doing that through the course of the proceedings. McKee is going to be held in Illinois until he is extradited back to Ohio. He's currently charged, according to Franklin County Municipal Court records, with 2 counts of murder, 1 for Monique and 1 for Spencer. After he's brought back here, he will have an initial appearance in Franklin County Municipal Court. The case will then be sent over to Common Pleas Court for review by a grand jury for potential indictment and additional charges. We will continue to follow this story.
He grew up in Zanesville. I was just looking at this picture right here, and although Monique is beautiful, but there's just something that it doesn't feel. I don't know. I just get the feeling here that like she's just, maybe it's just me reading too much into it. I don't know. But it's like she's not comfortable. I don't know you know what I mean? Do you sense it? Does anyone else sense that in this picture? Like I don't know. It's just, she's stunning, but it doesn't feel authentic. You know what I mean? Okay. I get the same feeling. Yes, 100%. Yeah. Like, she's gorgeous and everything, but it does not feel real. It doesn't feel authentic. I mean, truthfully, like, I think maybe he looks more happier than she. It's kind of a fake. I don't wanna say it's like a fake smile, but it is. It doesn't feel 100% natural. Mhm. I don't know. I mean, she's gorgeous, yeah, but it's, now look at her in her new marriage. She was different. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me see here. Um, uh, here we go. She just looks, yeah, look at this. You'll just be able to see it. I just can't tell you. You'll just have to see it yourself. It's, there is she's authentic in this. You can just see it in every way. I'm gonna put them side by side, okay? Is what I'm gonna do. Okay, look at this. You can just see her being authentic. Okay, and then here is the next one. It's the real love. It's the love is when you're comfortable. You know what I mean? And you can be silly and you can be yourself and you're not gonna be you don't gotta be so, whatever. See the difference? See the difference? You see how here she's acting like it's a silly, genuine smile and how she's looking at him here and he's like, "Oh, that's love." Right? Like, they're comfortable here in this photo, in these 2 photos. You get it now? You get what I mean? I mean, like I said, she's beautiful in both, but there's just something in her eyes and her smile here that, it seems very forced more, and, it's for the photo. Y y a real smile is genuine and you can read it. But here, like, she's genuinely, like, smiling and is happy, right? They had just like a home wedding, a beautiful little home wedding, and didn't no, no, Franklin County will they're gonna yeah, 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 divorce can be ugly, it really can, right now, but yeah. So, yeah, it's very interesting, all of it. She looks more comfortable in love with Spencer. She does. It's like you can see the years difference, you can see maturity. She's a mother here, and parenthood changes you in every way, shape, and form of your entire being. And, you know, it's it's just authentic here. You can tell the love is real. It's like a snag. I don't know, but it's just I don't know. But, yeah, we're gonna see him in court, hopefully, they'll allow cameras in Monday and, see where it goes because we're gonna get a lot more information then. Hold on. Let me find it here. It's, let me show you this photo 1 second. Because they have so many, and Rob did a beautiful job for their wedding as well. Right? Like, let me do it like this. Let's get that bastard out of here. It's mirrored, but you can see that, like, that's joy. Much happier with Spencer. Yeah. They both look forced out. Yeah. I mean, I think Michael, I think he actually looks a lot happier in that photo than she does. I think hers looks forced. In Spencer and Monique's, they both look happy. Then I was like, why is her dress different? You had a blonde moment, Tina. Welcome to my world. I constantly have tensions. Oh, I'm sorry. I think she's the one possibly pushed off the marriage because I don't know. They both look forced. Okay. Look at him too in the first big stiff performance. Well, he clearly is a jerk. I know, Mousy. I feel so bad for the kids. So bad. Shot her once and shot him at least 3 times. That's bad, man. Oh, hold on. What's this? Yep, got that. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Yep, 3:52 a.m. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end it here. Oh, wait. Don't go anywhere. Let me see here. I've not seen this. Oh, I thought this was, wait a second. Let me look at 1 moment, please. Spencer Tepe. Can you see the friends on here? Dentist, Stone Creek, 8 years, 8 months. Someone was saying that is that him right there? Is that his other name? Causes children or civil rights and social action, economic empowerment, education, environment, health, politics, poverty, alleviation. I don't know. Mike. Oh, look at there. Is that the same Mike? Hold on. Wait a second. No, that can't be him. That says Mike McKee, but it's not the same one. How do you hype it? You have to wait till the live is over, and then there's a button underneath, like close to where the comments is. Hey, Bo, good to see you, baby. Let's see here. Nothing to see. Someone said that there was something on his profile. Andrew King. Honored to be included in such an exceptional group of young professionals as part of CYP's Columbus. I'll dig into it. He's got 234 followers. Okay. Someone said that he had Michael has LinkedIn account and is a follower of Spencer's. That's what it was. Ooh, hold on. Look at this. Look at this. It puts the lotion on its skin. Right there he is. What is he doing there? What does he want? Look at there. Maurice, it's your daughter's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to your daughter. Happy birthday to Maurice's daughter. Happy birthday to you. Get out of town. Shut the door. Imagine being one of his past patients. I know. It's terrible. There he is with doing something. Let me see here. One more thing. Yep, I've got those. Make sure. Ooh, hold on. Someone wrote, Michael bloated alcoholic face in his mugshot compared to this photo. You think he's like drinking a lot of they think they might have been drinking a lot of alcohol. Or he was booked, so maybe. He lived in Chicago but worked at Rockdale where he was booked, maybe. There's a physician's kind of like Facebook kind of thing, and I spoke to someone who is on it, and I'm going to see if I can get some information from it, and I'll let you guys know, of course. Hello, Blankets, guys. Good to see you. Knowing that he worked on teeth. No. Spencer worked on teeth. This guy was a vascular surgeon. And he did like general surgery, appendectomies, that kind of thing. Not that I have seen. Practice on a dummy. You can't take photos of someone during surgery. I thought that was kind of weird too, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess you could sign a release, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it was surgery there. I think she was like changing like a tube. It was a crime of jealousy. Maybe. Very possible. All right, my guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Love you all. Appreciate you very, very much. Make sure you're subscribed over to J for A. I might get on there in about an hour or so. Pearl and I may, party over there. I might party with my monkey. If you want to chill out with me and my monkey, we have a good time. They can only take a picture if the patient agrees already now. He may be able to work on himself when he goes to the penitentiary. Justin for all. It's called Justin for all. Or you can look up at J. Just do the @ sign and then J, the number 4, and then A. And it'll say Justin for all. All right, guys. Much love. Appreciate you guys. I will see you guys in the next one. If anything breaks, I'll be here. Count on it. Love you guys.